The only thing that's consistent in this piece is that it's consistently bad.
You can see it. Check it out.
All right.
Got the drawing right here, so you can see it.
The face. I'm just really worried about the face, man. Like that nose.
I think it's just the pencil line drawing that's kind of messing you up.
I just want her face to be feminine, you know?
My canvas is being a straight up ass. This challenge is going to be a nightmare all the way around.
I don't want to have like a dude in a grass skirt.
You just got to let me shade it and do my job. Check that bad boy out.
She's definitely dancing in the wind.
I don't know how they're not gonna send Tim Lee's home for doing this tattoo. When you have eyes and mouth and lips and nose that are just smashed in, then how are you gonna fix that? This guy is permanently up for the rest of his life.
Tim.
There's a lot of problems with this tattoo. The one hand that's up on the fretboard, that is crazy.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a paw.
The flowers around the ankles, that's tiny little tight detail. If you can do that, you should be able to do a mouth. You should be able to do a nose. You should be able to do an eye. The biggest complaints about this tattoo, it's the artistry. It's not the technical ability.
How you doing over here?
I'm doing all right.
You do a lot of Japanese stuff?
Never, actually.
No?
No.
You have a color reference already? No?
When I was growing up, I was definitely an introvert because my family moved around a lot, so I spent a lot of my time working on my art. And that's where I think my creativity was born out of.
We got a spot open for you, for sure. Girls have to kick out some guys. Yeah, and we're gonna take over.
Yes.
Let's move on to Jennifer.
That is a dick with scales. One-eyed Willie right there. And it's got wings. Even the mouth. Where's the lips?
I've actually never done
Technically, you have a little bit of wobbly lines with some color that's not filled perfectly in. You have problems on both sides of the fence with this tattoo.
Durga, it's a Hindu goddess. I want her on a lion, and I want her sitting like that.
The only thing that I'm questioning is time, because to do that lion and to do her with all her details, would you be open to the option if we did mainly her? You can add the lion after.
But I want her sitting on the lion.
I'm not feeling good whatsoever. I'm freaking out.
It's a lot of work.
I can't even shrink it down, because if I shrink it down, it's gonna just make it harder for me. My canvas's goddess needs to be on top of a lion, and she has 8 hands. I stayed up making sure that each finger was same size, that it came from the hand, that there was 5 fingers in each hand.
I'm shocked at this one. I don't understand why she decided to go this route and try to do this whole thing.
Doing this a second time is really taking a toll on me. Thank you for doing so great.
Try.
Just wish you would have picked something a lot more simple. I'm just having a really tough time being here and dealing with a lot of stressful stuff.
Tattoo Baby's lion. It's horrible. It's a terrible design idea. She's losing confidence, and you can see it in her tattoos.
Tattoo Baby.
No doubt you had a tattoo with a load of detail and the amount of time you had to cram it in there, but you gotta be kidding me with this lion. All I can think is, what the
I tried to do a 12-hour tattoo in 6 hours.
Even before you had the time crunch of tattooing it, the drawing, the detail of a lion is not there.
I could draw that lion totally different, but I went with a lot more simple lion.
It kills this tattoo, especially in this being the detail challenge.
Whoa.
I know.
I'm tattooing a piece of Victorian lace to mimic a dress that her grandmother wore in a wedding photo. I know I can nail this.
You're doing awesome.
Wow, look at that.
Matt's been a strong competitor so far, but today something is amiss because his design just looks like a big black mess. If he can't get his game together, he might not make it much further in this competition.
Matt.
Overall, the tattoo is dark. From 20 feet away, it looks like a black handkerchief around her neck.
I do know it will lighten up through time.
But your outlines aren't gonna straighten out over time. The outlines that are in the swirl patterns, there's a lot of hiccups in those lines. You definitely have considerable blowouts happening near the collarbone of the neck. That's where your lack of finesse is.
Why would you do that straight line across the top? At least give her some little scallops off the top and break it up. It doesn't look soft. It just looks like you slit her throat.
My canvas is doing great. He's laying still as a board. I'm working on the fingers right now. He's doing detail. This is the stuff I usually shoot myself in the foot on because I usually go too big. I've been worried about wowing the judges with huge tattoos. Hasn't been working out for me. This time I'm gonna do an average size tattoo and make sure I get it done in time. In order to stay in the competition, I need to produce a solid tattoo.
There's been a few tattoos you've done in this competition where we said it looked like a cover-up. Well, this time, you actually did a cover-up of your own detail. The detail in the jacket, the boots, the hair, the cigarette. Now the tattoo's done, can't see any of it.
Man, it was a 10-hour day for us. My hand was killing me. I was beat the up. I broke my thumb right before I came in. I completely underestimated how much it was gonna affect me.
If you don't feel like being here, throw in the towel. You owe your clients, you owe the person that you're gonna put something on forever the respect that you demand for yourself. But if you can't run a clean outline, then please don't.
My canvas wants to do this infinite spiral. There's nothing easy about any part of this.
It's probably one of the hardest tattoos I've done in a long, long time.
This elimination challenge, it couldn't have come at a worse time. My back hurts so bad.
If you get lightheaded or anything, let me know, okay?
I'm good, man. I can take it.
I don't know, my back can take it.
I shouldn't be tattooing today, but I'm not gonna deliver nothing.
David's in trouble. He wanted to give the judges something to look at, but rushing through the tattoo is not the way you go about it. The only thing that's consistent in this piece is that it's consistently bad.
David.
There's nothing consistent in there at all. I don't necessarily know if I even see a geometrical shape. There's a lot of chewed up skin in there. This guy has to walk around with that for the rest of his life. That's a rough one.
Do you think it would have been a wiser choice to go really, really slow?
Absolutely.
And just show us a few clean lines?
By all means, I was in the right frame of mind. If I could have gone back and done it differently, I would have done it 100% differently.
I mean, you just hammered this guy. This thing looks like you came at him with a chainsaw.
There's no way in hell that it was a wise decision. How do you even cover this thing? This is a responsibility thing. You can't do this.
I would like to get a portrait done of my mom.
I don't want to do all the wrinkles in there. That doesn't always play out well as a tattoo.
Kyle?
Oh, God. Jimmy just me. I get the oldest, the absolute hardest one to do. I am screwed. We decide we're going to tattoo her on her calf. She's not a big girl, and it's a lot of detail in this small spot. Every wrinkle, every strand of hair, every eyelash is going into this tattoo.
Can't believe the work that goes into this.
I have to at least try to take this home for my family. I can't keep being the bottom of the barrel.
You make sure you tell him if he's doing something wrong.
Kyle's looks like a ball of raisins kind of like smashed together. Is that horrible for me to say? He should be trying to soften her face and just show the main shapes of her face rather than every single wrinkle.
Kyle.
You accurately captured a lot of parts about this lady. If you look at the shading on their nose, it actually has dimension. You actually put the contour in there. But then you went in here and put too much time in every wrinkle. You accentuated the parts of the photo that you kind of don't want to accentuate. I don't know if I was the first one to say it, but I definitely wasn't the only one to say Leatherface when I looked at this tattoo. It's not a flattering look.
It is, man. As soon as we get done with these buildings, I'm gonna move to her.
My canvas wants a surrealistic setting of Philadelphia being blown apart by a nuclear bomb along with a girl's face. I'll be using my girlfriend as reference. She's hot, it'll work.
Cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, having a good day. This mother might be going home.
Last week, knocked out St. Mark. It would be gigantic if we could take out another veteran. I'm expecting something good here.
100%, the most surreal face of the day. I don't know if that's a good thing.
So I understand that you used your girlfriend's image as reference. The photo that you use, she's at an angle that's tilted like this.
Right.
I don't feel that you interpreted that angle well, and you created a face that has more of a traditional alien shape.
I think when people look at it, they'll get the idea.
I don't know if they will. You didn't get that depth. You didn't get that perspective. I saw the photo. Looks like a beautiful girl on the photo. Looks like a freak of nature on the tattoo.
In just a few moments, hundreds of canvases will flood this hall, and they will all want tattoos. You have 6 hours to tattoo as many canvases as possible with the design of their choice. You'll be judged not only on how many tattoos you do, but also on the quality of your tattoos.
In the islands, tattoo is a very personal thing. You know, it's an exchange of energy. I don't tattoo people I don't like.
This title's already mine. It's almost as if I'm reliving something I already know has happened.
Roland.
Well, Roland, I think I speak for every single person in this room when I look at that cat and I say, what the
Art's subjective, you know, it's something that everyone's gonna look at and see something differently.
This is a tattooing skill competition. That cat is just nothing other than an atrocity.